But I mean, if she has a very advanced prosthetics from Bash, anyone can have it. So anyone can be the person without a finger. So the inclusion of the finger is freaking useless. If that is the ending of the finger thing, that the person who lost the finger just has a really advanced prosthetics, I will be insanely mad, because that is the biggest freaking clue of the entire season. And if it turns out it was a red herring because we couldn't have figured it out anyway because of the goddamn advanced prosthetics, I will be so pissed. I'm not angry. I have absolutely no need to go on a rant about the finger. I'm not angry about the finger. You know, there was a feeling. When they presented it in the first episode, they were taking so long to resolve it. There was a feeling that that's where this was going. Shout out to the fans, because I know y'all went crazy accurate for this season, and I want to shout out one commenter specifically. I will search through my comments and put a screenshot of the comment here, because there was someone in my comments in like episode 5 or 6, whenever the text, the rainy text saying it's beautiful was presented, that person figured out the whole thing right then and there, and I want to shout them out, and I will. Come on, it was a disappointing finale. I'm so sorry to tell you this. Like, I was a bit disappointed. Not about the fact that I wasn't right about almost anything, because I mean, I never am. If you watch my previous season breakdowns, you know that I was wrong about a lot of stuff at the end. That was a fly. But I just... why is a fly here? To make me even more mad. There was such a good setup. It was such a good setup. Like, everyone was like, oh, good season, great comedy, great characters, great new characters, bringing back all these characters from all the other seasons. I mean, episode 2 was a goddamn present to the fans. And then... I don't know. Maybe it's one of those things where, you know, when expectations are too high, it can never, like, please everyone. It's always going to be a little bit disappointing. But, well, anyway, I did write some notes about the episode. I will go through them. I still have a lot of positive things to say about this episode, and well, we're gonna do that. I trust all of the serious commenters and everyone who like had good guesses about the finale of this season. I expect everyone will be providing great criticism as to why this was a disappointing finale. I will be providing nothing but rants about little things throughout the whole episode, and that's gonna be the video. So if you're not up for it, just click out now. Let's go. First point, I thought Nana was Nikki's mother. Like, I don't know why I thought this. I don't know if it was ever said it was Sophia's mother or something, but like, I keep thinking of the moment where we see Nona like throwing, what is it, nuts? Shells? At Sophia? And I thought that was because that was Nikki's mother. And like, she thought Sophia had killed him or something. I don't know. I was very surprised that Nona is Sophia's mother. Like, this to me was the greatest plot twist of the season, because I truly thought Nona was Nikki's mother. Was I the only person, like, in the whole world who was thinking that old lady was Nikki's mother? Because she's at the dry cleaners as well, and I mean, Sophia's side of the family is the mom. Anyway, a flashback of the Summer's Day poem. It was... I'll say this. On a first watch, it was too long. On a second watch, after I already knew everything, it was very enjoyable. It was the fact that they insist on keeping the same actors and either dressing them in a way that makes them look younger, or just using software to make them look. I don't even notice if they use any software to make them look younger, but I appreciate the gag so much of just using the same actors. This is beautiful. Why they didn't use the same actor for Lester is beyond me. I still don't know. Maybe because he was the main character of that episode, but everyone else being like using the same actors for everyone else. Beautiful. No notes. Oh, and also another thing. Remember how I was saying, I think it was in my last review. This is how, like, to the side I was with all of my points. And honestly, after this season, last season and this season paired together, the fact that I didn't crack any of the cases, I think your, like, expectations for me to crack the case in season 6 should be very low. But I was saying in the other episode, in the other review, that it wouldn't make that much sense. Like, if Nikki has been sleeping around for years, why would he be that upset that Sophia is sleeping with someone else? Turns out I just don't know men. Turns out. And you know what's hilarious as well is the fact that I explored, I think it was in my last review or a couple of reviews ago, I explored the idea of a lover, of a Sophia lover, and I didn't like it. I didn't like it then, and I wasn't very convinced, but I explored the idea that the finger belonged to the lover and that Lester had hit the lover and all that stuff. And just one point came out to be true, and I wasn't even satisfied about that. Oh, another thing. We already see the Camilla Club, like her and her master crew of renovators already renovated the Arconia to be the Camilla Club before breaking it down for parts, before demolishing the building. And I just, I love it. I love it because it's the millennial beige, you know, the minimalist houses with like all use the same color for decoration. It's like, you walk into a sea of white or a sea of gray, the millennial beige. And I just love the implicit commentary because we all know where the millennial beige and the millennial gray came from. We all know who made that shit popular. We all know who fucked us in the head to think that that was better than having a colorful home. We know where it came from. It's never pointed out. It's never really said out loud who Camilla is supposed to be, and we all know who it is. And the Easter egg is the roulette as the sun. And listen, when I was watching for the first time the episode, I was angry. I didn't want, because immediately they started discussing, oh, the billionaires, maybe they are the ones who lost a finger, who knows? So I was immediately angry because immediately it was very clear to me that they were going this route of the person who lost a finger has been wearing a prosthesis the whole time and we couldn't have noticed it. It can be anyone. It can be anyone. I'm not angry about it. I am not angry about it. It could have been anyone. You know what's fucked? Is that I went back to episode 1 and that motherfucker, the mayor, is wearing the prosthetic finger and bending it. As if he doesn't have this whole fucking thing. Even if he's wearing like a prosthesis that looks really, really, really realistic, he does not have bones. He doesn't have nerve endings. He doesn't have muscles. He doesn't have the mechanism to do this. And yet, he does this. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm not angry. I'm not angry. But how does he do this in episode 1 if it's a thing, if it's synthetic, if it's not actual meat with bones, with something? Because how did his brain tell his fake finger to move if there's no fucking nerve endings there? I'm not angry about this. I'm fine. I'm so fine about this. I'm so fine about this. But how did that happen? And also, now that we're getting into it, I had written this note a little bit further down the video on my notes, but now that we're getting into this, that fuck ass speech during Lester's funeral. By the way, you don't know Lester, motherfucker, you killed him. That speech during Lester's funeral is a week. It's a week. It's a week after he lost the finger. It's a week. It's a week. It hasn't healed. It hasn't healed. He can't have a prosthesis there. He can't have a prosthetic finger there. He can't. He can have one of those like things that holds the finger, maybe, but not a fake finger. It takes weeks, sometimes months to get I searched for it. I read about it because I was pissed. I'm not angry. I was a little bit back then, but I'm not anymore. I have digested the information. To everyone in my comment section that said it doesn't have to be a super advanced prosthesis, it can be just a normal silicone thing or whatever the fuck it was. Maybe. But not a week after it's cut off. I'm not angry about it. Fine. It's just a television show. It's just a TV show. It's fine. It was funny. It was a funny episode, you know? I got Cinda Canning back. Look at that. Cinda Canning. Honestly, I said this in my post. If that is not a twin, I'm gonna be so pissed. If that's not, I'm not gonna be pissed because I don't get angry about this. It's just a television show. I'm not angry. I'm so not angry. I'm super chill. The Easter egg, yeah. So what I was saying is that, well, the first time I was watching it, oh, there's a spider there. Old ass houses have so many spiders. The first time I was watching it, I thought, a roulette spinning in the sky, that's boring for the season finale. It's boring. But I thought that because I was a little upset already because I knew where this finger shit was going. But on a second watch, the roulette was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. And I mean, it revealed the recorder that eventually exposed the mayor in a very cartoonish way. It was kind of beautiful. So, yeah. In the second watch, many things became better in the second watch after I'd already lost my anger, which I don't have anymore about the season finale. I don't. I'm fine. This is just a television show. Anyway, I'm reading the note that I wrote about the finger. I rewatched the first episode, period. I did, period. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh at myself, but you know. He was banning the prosthetic finger, period. Only murders in the building. I take you seriously. I don't care that Charles freed them from chains because he remembered he still has testosterone. I don't care that Althea used her stardom to distract the baddies. I love that shit. I grew up on cartoons, but this buffoonery, no. You can't use prosthetics like that until a lot longer later than a week. Well, clearly I was not angry when I wrote that. Clearly I was very sane of mind. But also, we will not stand for this buffoonery. By the way, I don't even know how to write buffoonery, and it says error on my doc. And it's such a bad error that doesn't even have a suggestion for how to fix it. Anyway, since we're talking about writing and me writing in English, did you know that I am going to publish a short story in an actual proper magazine? Actually, it's an anthology. And then after my rant about the finger came we were all rooting for you. Because this season was pretty good. Like the mystery was kept alive pretty well, and the clues were apparently good enough that a lot of fans guessed it. So like the whole point, the thing that I complained about so many times, that's like it's hard to guess, like it's a show that is made to only be revealed at the end and the clues are given but are not really reasonable. Clearly I was wrong. It was very reasonable because a lot of people guessed it, or guessed parts of it. At least one person in my comments guessed the whole thing. I think the point that I've learned about Only Murders in the Building is not to complicate it and just be aware that the first people we meet in the very first episodes are probably who did it, or one of those people is who did it. So I guess I should learn my lesson, But next season, I will still be here analyzing all the details and pointing out inconsistencies, and I will be frustrated by the end again. This is the channel. Welcome. And then I'm sorry that I'm taking you on a journey through my notes, but I'm finding them funny now after but this is what I wrote. This was my phase of I no longer trust this show. I no longer believe they will ever address anything in the past in this show, and this is what I wrote. There will be no Moriarty, period. There will be no answers to the piling questions, period. It will never make sense. Period. The right answer will always be the most obvious, comma, regardless of what doesn't make sense. Period. And I mean, I don't think that's right. I think there will be a Moriarty. I have faith that there will be a Moriarty, and that in the end, whenever they decide to do a final season, there will be a big revelation. Because I mean, the fucking showrunner or one of the producers or whoever is involved in the show has said that the missing, the plot holes and missing information and all that stuff is a Moriarty kind of situation. So I have faith in that. Okay, my disbelief back then has been restored into belief again. And with all of that said, I can safely declare that I've come around for a lot of things in the show, in the season. For example, the mob kids. Initially very annoying, amusing but annoying. At the ending, at the finale of the season, love them to bits. Those mob kids give me life at this point. And I kind of need to point out the idea that the mob kids think that they were made through divine intervention from Jesus, and that their mother never touched anyone. And I don't know why they call Nikki their father, but watching this scene a second time and realizing this beautiful kind of logic makes me understand that I was in the wrong, that I should not take this so seriously and just go with the obvious answer, always. And the thing is, the whole thing is kind of just solved because the mayor randomly appears in the Velvet Room while they are in the Velvet Room, and Howard texts the thing of, there's someone coming, it's beautiful, it's Bo Tillman. It's all fixed by mistake. It's all solved by mistake, really. And that's not maddening at all. That makes total sense. Okay, now I'm playing up the anger thing for a joke. I'm not actually that angry. I'm fine. It was a fun episode. It was actually really funny. I think the only or most noticeable inconsistency I found, because they kind of tied up all the loose ends. They did. It was boring the way they did it. It was, because I mean, a bunch of loose ends are just tied up, or explanation is just given through Jay coming to Mabel and being like, yeah, we did it. We used Camilla's paint thing to carry him out, so that's the paint on him. And then we froze him in Bash's cryo, whatever the fuck it is, and that's the freeze burn. And I hoisted him up the stairs, so that's the rope marks. And I think it was very thrilling getting all of those loose ends tied up by Jay telling them to Mabel. It was a very thrilling finale section, I think. I consider. Can you tell that I wrote something in English that is actually being published? Because I can't. But I did. And I will not shut up about it. Because I want you guys to read it. But yeah, an inconsistency that I noticed is during the scene of Pow Pow, there is never a high-pitched scream. Because supposedly there was some high-pitched person screaming in the room. Camilla doesn't scream. Camilla goes, ooh, like this. Who the fuck screamed? Why would you put that in the editing for the flashback and then not do it? Because that scream gave me headaches. It didn't actually, but it made me think that the flashback wasn't accurate, because I didn't think that Camilla with her very deep voice would scream like that, and she did not. I was right about one thing. I think this has become my tradition here in the channel. I will never figure out the whodunit mystery at the Only Murders building. Why is my voice kind of raspy today? I was watching a video by Dylan is in Trouble. It was the Dia de los Muertos video. And that dude needs to get better. He can't be recording videos with a raspy voice. It sounds too good. He needs to get better and then record after he's better. It's not very considerate thing to do, to record a video with the raspy voice, I don't think. Oh, and another thing that annoyed me is that Nikki ate the page. That one annoyed me. Because so much of it was by accident. And I was saying this in a previous episode that I had this feeling that Nikki's death had been kind of an accident. I mean, it was in a way because Lester didn't really put the cleaver to his chest. Nikki just fell on it while Lester was holding it. And it's just like, couldn't you? I mean, if you're going to make Lester the murderer because he's he's breaking his morals as a human being to defend this thing that he loves, can't you at least make him actually fucking do it? Go on a fucking rampage of being like, I'm close to death, it's fine if I sacrifice my morals to save this thing that so many people love and that I have loved for so long. But no, it was an accident. Nikki, he hit him with a crank. Nikki was wooey, clearly needed to go to the hospital, and then he just fell on the fucking cleaver. You know, if we had the autopsy report, we would have known this. We would have known that it was like a falling force. And he ate the page. I think that was the thing that annoyed me the most. The lack of a high-pitched scream and Nikki eating the page. And another thing, before we hand finally a short review, Jay was such a waste. I understand him coming around and trying to be a better man for Mabel and giving her all the information and telling the cops that the billionaires were involved, but no. He only did it after they had already unchained themselves, after they already got the confession. They unchained themselves, pretty much everything was solved. They solved the fucking murders, and then he didn't even save them because I was thinking, oh, this is gonna be Jay's moment. He's going to walk out and take them out of those chains. No! The only time when he did something good was when everything was already fucking solved. And it's not like they're gonna go to jail, or if they go, it's not like they're gonna go to an actual jail. They're going to go to fucking Teddy Dimas' jail. With the golf course, or wherever the fuck it is, with the earphones to learn Italian. There's not gonna be any consequences. That's your good deed, Jay the billionaire. That's your good deed? Jesus. Couldn't you donate your entire fortune to some cause or something? That's your good deed. To tell the truth. Jay was such a fucking waste. Such a fucking waste. I mean, I like that he didn't end up being Mabel's love interest because, I mean, we've done it already in 3 seasons, so I like that. But couldn't he have, done something more substantial to prove himself as a decent person? Because this doesn't prove shit. Give away your money, Jay. Give away your billions. Then maybe we can talk. And listen, I went really hard for the whole chain situation being solved by Charles' testosterone, but I gotta say that truthfully, the stripper option was the correct one. So he gains a point for that. And another point for the trio, when they come out of the secret passage and they give they send their accusations to Bash, and then Oliver says, and he stole my shrimp or something, and then he corrects himself by saying, oh no, murder should have been last. I enjoy that because it reminded me of New in Town and reminded me to think of John Mulaney and to hope that he's doing well. Okay, second to last point, the bit about the photographers taking pictures of the mayor escaping instead of stopping him was beautiful. No notes. And last point, Cinda Canning. I'm happy she's back. But I mean, my brain is already questioning everything, okay? Because I know, and I feel like my analysis for season 6 is gonna have to be done in 2 ways. 1, the logic of the show. 2, I need to take it seriously and analyze the inconsistencies. So this is gonna be I'm gonna start right now, okay? Logic of the show. It's funny, it's a comedy, it's satire, so of course, the dead person on the street is going to wake up after the whole conversation of technically it's not in the building. Of course she's going to wake up to emit a last gasp, put her hand inside the building, and then die. Logic of the show, of course. Nothing suspicious here, she's dead. My logic, she's not dead. She's not dead. She heard them. She did the thing to get them to investigate, and then she's gonna be fine. They're going to take her inside or take her to the hospital, and she's gonna be totally fine. But she'll probably be dead. My only hope is that that was a twin. Like, if that's not Cinda Canning's twin, if we're not bringing back twin theory, then what is the point of the show, really? I need to stop saying this. I keep saying this, oh, if this doesn't happen, what's the point? I need to stop. Anyway, you guys, this was an absolutely structureless review. There's really nothing here for you apart from me not being angry at the finale of this season. And I will be back here in season 6, obviously. Next, I'm stuttering. As for the channel, what's coming next is it's definitely, that's what I'm working on right now. Okay, you guys, for you to understand why I made this video, you have to understand that I don't really feel FOMO, okay? The fear of missing out is not in me. I usually feel JOMO, the joy of missing out, okay? I don't care about whatever cultural moment is happening, and I don't need to experience it. I don't care. However, it came to my attention the length of the episodes of Stranger Things season 5, and I felt a little bit of FOMO. I did. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I did, because some of those episodes are almost 3 hours long, and I just gotta know what the fuck this is about, okay? I learned that information, and I thought, this is gonna be a fucking moment. This is the final season of this big-ass show. All the episodes are going to be a fucking movie. I think they're airing the final episode in theaters. This is gonna be a fucking cultural moment, and I need to be with it. I need to be in it. I need to be experiencing this. I cannot be missing out on this shit. So I binged the whole season. And that's going to be my next video. If you have nothing to do with that show, because I don't know if the audiences for Only Murders cross with the audience for Stranger Things, but yeah, if you want to know how my like series long binge videos are, I have 2 or 3 up on the channel, so you can see what I will go through in the video, but that's going to be my next video. My binge of Stranger Things, which left me with a lot of emotions. And I'm kind of excited. Actually, I'm very excited for the final season. I want to experience that with the rest of the world. And I will see you then. Why is this fly still here? Why are you here? It's winter. There's nothing here for you. Anyway, guys, I will see you then. Bye. Jesus.